Calling the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Carol here. On here. Justin here.
Caroline here. And Brian will be arriving sometime late, but he should be here. Agenda review. Did you have anything or?
Did handbook review get on here as new business?
No.
We need to add a high school handbook approval, review and approval
Okay.
to the agenda.
So 5.5, high school handbook review. Or just handbook and then discussion. How's that?
Sure.
Okay. We do need to vote on the, no, we need to vote on the change for the agenda. I will entertain a motion to accept the
Motion for
changes.
change.
There's a motion, there's a second. Any further discussion? Vote.
Gerald, yes. All good. Justin, yes.
Caroline, yes. Thank you. Consent agenda. The monthly fiscal transaction, board minutes, resignations are none. Open positions, part-time bus driver and ESIA. New hires, Elise Halstead, high school IA, Teresa Rich, ES teacher. Extra duty contract, Devin Hunt.
There was no-
Entertain,
There was no physical transaction, right? 'Cause I didn't get it.
no,
Okay.
no, she had told us that we wouldn't get any for, yeah, next
Okay.
month, yeah.
I moved to accept the consent agenda.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion second, any further questions? Discussion, vote,
Gerald, yes. Ron, yes. Justin, yes.
Caroline, yes. Okay. The board will hear comments from anyone present who wishes to speak on any item not on the agenda, but the board will not necessarily take action at this time. There will be a 3-minute time limit for anyone speaking. Anybody discussing, talking? No? Anybody online? Okay. Reports, board. The first thing that I would like to bring up is Susie Snelling. I would like to thank her for her dedication, commitment, and all of the hours that you have put in above and beyond for years and years, and now even after you have retired. You are worth your weight in gold, and we thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Susie.
Hey, Susie.
Thank you. I know, I'll get your hug later. Another thing is, we have, it's not on here, but I went to I went to the training at, the summer training. And there was a lot going on. One of the things is they have finally gotten through the stipend stuff. So that's something that we are going to want to discuss and get it off our little list here. We're not going to do it tonight. I sent out all of the, I had her send out all of the paperwork on it and everything. There's 2 different ways that they've made it available to be able to do. One way is to do each position, if they're going to do it, do each position individually, and then that person who is on that position steps down and doesn't vote for that position. And the other way, I can't even remember now. The one thing that I am going to, yeah, so anyway, that's just, we can discuss that. Yeah, we can vote on it and get rid of it. I'd like you all to take a look at what I sent to you and everything, and we'll discuss next month. The other thing is, what was the other? Oh, I don't have it with me and I forgot to send it to her. But I actually went to the one on running a meeting and different ways to voice votes in different things, which is actually pretty awesome. And I'm gonna send the cheat sheet to all of you guys so that you can see it and see how that's done. So, yeah, anything else here? And that was it for me. Yeah. Anybody else on the board?
I got nothing.
Superintendent, interim.
All right. Well, we got all of our staff back this week, which has been awesome. Had good in-service training going on. We've got a big community barbecue coming tomorrow, which is awesome. So that's part of the community grant that we wrote through the Ford Family Foundation. We're inviting anyone who wants to come. We have some community organizations. It's kind of a combined meet the teacher. We have a lot of new faces, some feedback from families and especially elementary teachers is we'd love an opportunity for kids to come see their classroom before school starts. We also thought it was a good way to, bring people who might not have students in our school district but community members come see what we're doing, come see the new faces, the new programs we've offered, the improvements to our facilities. At the elementary school, I want to thank Belinda and Lenny who refinished the gym floor and our art room that had become a district office at one point, had shag carpet, and they tore that up and epoxied the floor, and it's ready to be a science lab and art room for the kids. So that was something our staff really wanted. So if you have a chance and you're at the elementary school, go check out the floor in the old art room because it's going to be an awesome learning space for kids. There's whiteboards all around the walls. We're going to get all the science materials we need to do our new curriculum. So just good stuff going on there.
I had the opportunity to be able to see that. It is incredible. It is really awesome what they've got there.
Yeah, and
They
that
did a heck of a job.
that with the curriculum we purchased last year should really help boost the science instruction and we continue the work we've done in reading and boost our math. We've brought science back in happening every day in our schedule, along with we'll be looking to adopt social studies this year. So our social studies right now, at least elementary, is kind of integrated in. We're reading about history and social studies, but we'll have a standalone social studies curriculum K through 12 that we'll look to adopt this year. So we'll be bringing samples of course and going through that process. It's just been really exciting having the staff back on Monday. Just the team made breakfast and we had just the multi-purpose room was full of people. And then we came in here and it was just jam full of the staff. And it's great to see everybody back and excited to work with the kids. I'd say it's really exciting. We got lots of good new staff that are just putting in a lot of work to get together.
I can tell you that Bridget sent a little email also out to everybody, welcoming everybody back and getting all that out there too. But that was really,
It was, yeah, well, it was good to hear from Bridget.
Yeah.
And just rolling into elementary
Mhm.
principal stuff, just really proud of the elementary staff coming back, have a lot of new teammates, different classrooms, and even our returning teachers are teaching a different grade, a lot of them. So it's just been cool. They're all getting their classroom set up and ready for back to school night, meet the teacher event, and just really working well as a team. And it was cool. We calendared out kind of all those special events for the year yesterday, and I said, Bridget, Bridget's with us because she was accepting them in the moment, to all the calendar things. So it was fun. So good things happening.
Thank you. Okay, then 4.4, 6 to 12. And everybody, this is the first board meeting she's been to. So we would like to welcome you to the school district, and we're all very happy that you are here. And I'm also going to put in a huge plug with both of these two, how they have been working together this go around here. It's really a pleasure to see the positive attitudes and everything that are happening right now. It's amazing. Thank you both. Yes, you do. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's gonna be online. Yeah, you can bring it back.
Middle school, high school, we do have a ton of new staff. Bridget was very adamant for in-service week to not schedule a ton of professional development, but rather like give our staff quite a bit of time to have time to collaborate together, time to set up their new classrooms. I have like 2 first-year teachers, one finished her student teaching, one is still going to school. Another one has done some subbing, his family moved out across. So we've got just a lot of new staff members, a lot of IAs that we hired. So we're just trying to get things going. We've had some great meetings. We've got some great ideas, trying to incentivize kids. One of our big goals is we really have to increase our attendance this year. And how do we do that? Because if kids aren't here, they're not going to learn. So that's, one thing we've been working on, talking about incentives, what we're going to do with classes. Super thankful to have Jasmine as my office manager in the office. She's killing it. Susie, I don't know how many 911 calls I've made to her.
I do.
Yeah. Especially the week before registration when, Bridget unfortunately had to take care of what she's having to take care of, and we needed to finish scheduling and get all the kids their schedules. And so Susie answered the call and has worked side by side with Jasmine to make sure everybody's dialed. So I will say that it's been like exhaustion that I haven't really ever dealt with as an educator, but I've never looked forward to coming to work more than I have this year, and just getting to reflect on my daily drives. And I think one of the things is, Devin, it's awesome having another administrator that when we go to each other and we're like, hey, we have this idea, or hey, what do you think about that? And I told her the other day, I said, it's kind of freaky. The more time we spend together, the more I see that like we're on the same like page for everything, and we kind of think through and want to do some of the same things around here. So I think some really good things are to come for our kids in this school district. And I think we're trying to build the foundation for that, and we'll keep going what has been great. So anyway, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be back where it all started for me. So thanks for having me.
Thank you. Okay, this 4.5. You got anything?
I have so many. Just because you guys don't have any report does mean we haven't been doing it.
I'm spending money.
I promise. Right now, we're working on, thank you. I cut myself, sorry. We're working on preparing for the audit. So we are closing out all of the books that technically closed June 30th, but all of those last minute things that keep coming in. So we are working on that. Our audit is not scheduled until like the 3rd week of September. thankfully. So there's plenty of time to get that prepared. At the same time, we're also getting all of your new staff in and ready to go. I've been in the district a couple of times. I met with Chris and Devin, and I am loving that teamwork. I will say this is the third year I've been here, and it's going to be an exciting year, even with everything that's happening. So that was great. We were able to meet with, I think, most of the new staff. Yesterday, Devin and I met with them
Good.
to touch base just on paychecks and just absence and different things, which is something that we've not done in the past. So it was actually really great to actually see those people.
That's a good thing.
And just be here. I did commit to Bridget and both Gretchen and Devin. You will be seeing my face a little bit more often in the district right now. So my goal is to be here, if not once a week, at least once every other week. Just so that I have that presence here, especially with both of them being pretty new. And so that if there's finance things that come up, I'm here to ask those questions for them. So
Thank
get
you.
to see me a little bit more often, and we'll just go from there.
And thanks for coming down, Angie. I think it means a lot to everybody to have you
Yeah.
guys.
Yep.
And your colleagues from the ESD spending time with us yesterday too. I know everyone likes that because they feel, even though they can call and ask their question, they love, having you guys come down.
That's nice.
Your face, yeah.
Always good to have the orientation when you first start. You know?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
At least you know you,
Yeah,
if they have a question rather than just
Right.
they can point to it.
thank you. 4.6, sped. Hi, welcome. Ask the mic.
Just an update, the elementary school started a life skills DLC program this year, as well as supporting our resource students. The high school is still continuing with their DLC program and supporting our resource students. The elementary school sent 2 aides and myself to a STAR training last week, so we can implement that program in our DLC. Linda will be working with the same speech pathologist and autism specialist this year, and they both established positive relationships with the students, so we'll continue making progress. Any questions? Thank you.
Thanks for your work on that, Olivia. I think you guys taking the time this summer to go to those trainings and prepare, it's really appreciated, and from the team too. Just, you can tell the amount of preparation. Everyone's a little nervous. It's new stuff, but
Yeah.
just those kids are going to be so well served by you guys. So thank you.
Thank you. 4.7, athletic director. Let's
There
put
we
this
go.
hat on.
This one might be my favorite one. So anyway, we got some good participation going on in volleyball. I didn't get the final number on our middle school volleyball camp. And I didn't mention thank you to Clint for doing our floor a couple times to get it, nice and perfect at the high school. If you go in there, it's shiny and new and looks really good. So
So you
excited for
got that
volleyball.
training then on
The polisher, yeah,
Polisher.
somehow he figured it, and someone walked across the floor and gave him the opportunity to do it a second time. So, that's just, he really knows how to do it now. So that's my positive swing on that. Yeah, so, anyway, volleyball, high school volleyball varsity has 18 or 19 kids out, which is pretty consistent with last year. So we'll have a full varsity and JV team. So we're going to be able to, make sure that we have lots of participation there, which is great. They went a couple rounds in the state playoff last year, and they had an awesome team camp in Sisters that they fundraised and paid for themselves. And they've been going to this camp series where they work with some really high quality coaches and compete against some other teams and stuff. So volleyball's looking good. I heard today we had 15 kids out for high school cross country. So that's great participation. And then high school football is looking around 13, 14. And 13. Gerald has been out there 2 days a week, I think, helping, and we appreciate that. And Coach Zach Reed and Dave Harris Jr., they're doing a good job with those kids, just being a really positive outcome on safety, but also on the quality of just instruction those kids are getting, which is really, really awesome to see. Yeah,
I would agree with that. I figured going to football camp and watching them.
yeah, good to hear.
$11 really packed in.
Yeah,
You can accept it well. It's really well.
and last year we didn't have a full-fledged summer program, and this year they were lifting weights, they were doing the things to be conditioned. Up until the moratorium week, and they had to take their break, they were it really makes a difference when those kids are in the playbook, but also being conditioned for the season. Football's a really physical sport. We see knee injuries, concussion. I feel a lot better about where our kids are conditioning wise, which safety makes me feel really good. We've got a big home volleyball tournament coming up, the Pirate Icebreaker. It's on the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. We've got 4 teams coming, so we'll get each team gets 3 games. So it's going to be a long day of volleyball. So that is August 30th. So we're going to host North Valley, I think, South Umpqua High School, and IB. So all kind of from this area, schools that are bigger than us, but with the quality program Liz has been building, we're really attracting some good competition. We are taking one long trip with volleyball over to play Crane, who won a state championship last year. So we're really seeing that volleyball program flourish has been really cool. And the girls are really excited about the work that they've put in to see that, the positive outcome. So
Boy, volleyball is good now.
we have not participated in boys volleyball. It's a spring sport. It is something that we could consider in the future, but I just look at numbers and with our large track program and with our baseball team starting last year, I think we made a choice to dedicate ourselves to baseball, and I would hate to pull that.
I was just
No.
curious.
Yeah, I could see a volleyball tournament in the summer or something where people compete or, something like that. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're headed with athletics. Thank you always to Nina. I'll always thank Nina for making sure our transportation happens to these events. I know that we haven't made it super easy on her, but I think it makes a big difference for our kids to get them into these positive competition and experiences. It gives them a chance to see kind of that next level of competition. What does it take to be, a high quality team? Today, I just drove down here from an athletic director meeting up north, and a positive thing that came out of that is our league voted in basketball to go down to 2 referees instead of 3 in a game, which I don't think will make a big difference on officiating quality. I think it'll be about the same quality, but it'll save us, instead of paying 3 refs a game, we'll pay 2. And so we'll see at least a small reduction in fee for that. So, but that was quality for us, just because, it is tens of thousands of dollars we spend on officials each year.
So I just, with your report, I started thinking about it. Where are we with the pay to play?
That's a really good question. It's frankly
Play.
taking the back seat from all the other things I've been doing.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
This is
Amazing.
something that the board
Yeah.
has discussed, that because of the budget and everything,
I think we decided on $25.
25, yeah,
Sport, and
yeah.
we have a family cap, so I'll work with Gretchen and we'll make sure that we implement that. It may be winter season so that we give our families a heads up. I
Yeah.
think it's too late now to
No,
send
that's
them a
fine,
bill.
yeah, yeah, no, no.
It's not a big complaint, but if you play free, it was buy 2, get 1 free.
So we wrote a policy sort of to that effect that I'll give you, that was approved in the spring. And I honestly had forgotten, given kind of where we've
Yeah,
been.
no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's
But that's a
fine.
good question, and thanks for the reminder. But I feel good about where we're going. We will have basketball schedules rolling out soon. Our league schedule is officially approved today. So that now lets me go pick up our non-league games, and we are looking baseball, softball. There's a close league vote right now to where instead of playing the same team 3 times a week, we'd only play them 2 times a week, which would, anyway, it'd save us some trips to Klamath Falls potentially, or at least allow us to play some more local teams on top of what we do, which could help us put our beautiful new baseball field to use. are able to get some more home games going on that field. So that's kind of where we're at. That honestly, the athletics, I feel like putting the right coaches in the right spots and spending a year here, I'm able to spend less time on that and put that more on autopilot while I'm able to focus on for the instructional pieces.
Thank you. 4.8, did anybody have any questions on maintenance? I don't think he's on, so, and 4.9, for her report, she's gonna be talking down with new business about some buses, but did anybody have any questions for her, or did you have anything to add? I can't hear you and, okay.
Yay, me. Friday, Devin and I are gonna potentially interview a driver that put in for
Nice.
bus driving,
Nice.
and that she had done some driving over at First Student in Grants Pass, and then she moved to the community and they bought a house, so hopefully that will stick. So we'll cross our fingers
Awesome.
some of that, and I'm getting Donna behind the wheel, so in service kind of, you know, took a little bit of that time up, but I'm hopefully gonna plug some time into her this weekend, so catch that up.
Thank you. 4.10, food service director. Did anybody have? Okay. New business, 5.1, cell phones in classrooms.
This as well.
Part of your handbook.
Yeah.
My recommendation to the is, in meeting with I went to the Douglas County School District superintendent meeting last month. And a lot of other school districts are putting a policy in their handbook for the year and then adopting board policy as we see how the handbook policy rolls out on cell phones in schools, and waiting more till that October deadline to make it official board policy. We can go either way. If you guys are ready, I know you might have had a first reading of a policy last month. And so if you're ready to adopt that, that's fine, but just know that the state may make amendments to the policy before rollout in October and January. And I think as we start practicing the policy, we may, find the hiccups. So I'm just giving you an option is to put it in the handbook and then revisit, or you can approve a board policy and amend it later if it needs amending.
So I guess my question would be, what's the difference that's going to be in the handbook as compared as to what is in our policy that we have already started in?
It'd be identical.
Then.
But he's saying, I think the state may come out with amendments and changes. And if we just kind of stick with the state's timeline, then we wouldn't have to make those changes or amendments to our policy.
It could be set in stone.
Let's you go work out the kinks of the whole program and then we vote on it.
It's just an idea, but it may be just as easy to amend your policy later.
Liz, that's what she wants to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's their policy. Yeah, and I saw the draft of it.
And I think ours is gonna be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever you guys want to do is fine. In practice, it's basically the same thing.
So this is going to be discussion for us. We did do a first reading and we were going to be adopting at the very, we have to do 2 readings and then adopt, correct? You can, okay, alrighty. So.
This is the policy that we have, the one we're gonna stick with for now.
Yeah, the one we're gonna stick with for now. I don't see,
Where is it?
it's the one that you have in your handbook, right? Yep, it's that same one. So it's the back of what Gretchen gave you in the school handbook. It'd be page 22, personal electronic devices. And it continues on to the final.
Okay.
I don't see any harm in just letting it play out and just adopt when we we go through this, as the state goes through it. But
But there's gonna be changes that are gonna be made, for sure.
Well, there's changes to all of the policies constantly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fluid.
and
I think one of the things that I could see possibly changing with like the state is that, I mean, I don't know, I haven't seen any draft, but I could see enough parents complaining to where maybe they allow it a lunchtime, kids are allowed to take them out of their lockers or something. I would like to see us though at least keep a policy to require kids that we checked out lockers to all kids at registration, and I think that just one less thing for teachers to have to try and manage if this is our school policy, if it, you know, I just think I don't see any problem with it, I guess is my problem. If we try to keep it to where kids have to keep it in their lockers, not on their person,
mhm,
so on and so forth.
yeah, and that's what is in here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what was in the policy as
Yep.
well, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
no action on that, so we can put on next month's agenda.
We can, for the policy, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
yeah, but we're gonna have to be, I'm thinking we have to vote on changing this.
You
Is that
do.
correct?
And
Yeah,
that was
Yeah.
our 5.5 edition.
right, okay,
Voting on
so,
something.
okay, then, so we want to just wait until next month to do the policy and discuss that. Is that correct?
That's what I'm getting, that's what it sounds like.
Okay,
You give them a couple.
see how it works. Okay. Okay. Works for me, if everybody's in agreement with that. Okay, 5.2, Nina, buses.
Ma'am, just kind of going through and looking with the fleet, very grateful for the fleet I have. And with some of the stuff, I think with some of the situations with last year, when I had like 2 of my buses that went down, and some of the things with, having some of those smaller groups and, not having like the smaller buses that are easy enough for some of the coaches. And I guess I just kind of want you guys to maybe have pondering thoughts, maybe a little bit if there is finances. I kind of, you know, a little, you know, just the stuff that kind of was going to go into the account, from doing reports this year, maybe what might be in there. But just kind of food for thought that when we have buses down and trips that go out, and like looking at my trips this year is like, I thought last year was bad, was bad, and it's more busy this year than it was last year. I know Bridget was asking about a 10 vehicle. So that we have something smaller that would be able to go out in places.
I thought, didn't, you guys weren't on it.
A white bus, the activity bus?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
didn't,
traded that in because they gave us a lot of money.
okay, okay.
They gave us more money than I thought that they should. So-
Okay, okay.
Was it in 2020?
What's that?
Here was it?
It was a newer bus, but it was a single wheel.
No, or you mean when we did it?
Last year.
Last year, yeah.
It was a single rear wheel bus or single tire, rear tire bus. And how many kids did it hold? At the time, we were told that it wasn't real usable because there was no sports teams that were that size. There was not a lot of groups that would travel with it.
And I think what really stung for me for that one is there was no reimbursement. We weren't making money back home. So when they gave us what they gave us, I was willing to take it.
It was like 50,000, I think.
Yeah, 50 or 52, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to me,
It was better.
And that went towards the bus
we
that
bought
we
the last
got.
one we bought.
Yeah. Right, okay,
For a
Okay.
little single tire rear,
yeah,
rear tire.
okay.
So
So-
what do you ask, what do you want, you want like a 20 passenger bus? Is that what you're,
It would go either way. I mean, kind of pondering
just ideas for, I have ideas of larger buses. I know that Ms. Bridget asked me to look for like type 10.
But who would travel in those? Who would travel in those? Because right now all of our teams have more kids than that.
Right. I think sometimes if we get into buckles where if we had like a type 10 that could do like 9 and a driver, you know, and you can have one of the other ones if you have drivers and like drivers. Or I think the larger buses, if I have bodies or if I have like 2 buses down, like last year at the end of the year, I had 2 buses down. And I had to have one go out, doubling up routes because I didn't have enough. I have 3 route buses.
You also have one, Nina, that's gonna need a lot of work to get back on the road, right?
First one will have a
I guess,
Yeah.
it's,
Take it back, there's,
It's a backup,
So-
backup,
yes.
it's the assistant.
What-
to
Yeah,
the
I'm-
manager.
yeah. The reason I asked Nina to come and just kind of give you guys options is as we look forward into the future, talking to Nina about our schedule of when vehicles are dropping off that 10-year
Mhm.
cycle. We're having a lot drop off, which means you won't have that income coming in. And this year we didn't put any money into our transportation.
Correct.
Right? And so there's different options like the Type 10, like really committing to put money in there if that's a priority for us, borrowing on a bus and getting reimbursed. There's different options, but we don't get any of that reimbursement from the state unless we spend money. And so
We're not losing money either.
you're not necessarily
It's
losing
just
money.
Appreciation.
Right, and
Yeah.
you're right,
Yeah.
and so once you own the buses, it's just the upkeep. And
Right.
so understanding the cost of maintaining the buses and just, I think Nina, what would help us is just as we get into that budget cycle in the spring, knowing what direction we want to go, is that we have these buses and we want to really invest to keep them, and let's get a couple Type 10 options. It just, I think, we want to start thinking about those options over the next 6 months.
It's the bug in our ears for next budget.
Right.
Which, yeah.
Yeah, I know, because I feel like I have one that's coming off, and it'll be after this, not this year, but the next year, so it's like in 2 years, and then the next year after that, another one falls off.
Mhm.
And so it's, everybody's,
They were all bought and approved.
Which is fine as long as we're putting money in that
Yeah,
transportation
Right,
fund
yeah,
to,
that
for
works.
up.
right. And that was the whole goal of the board when we started this. And there, you should have that sheet saying, and it was supposed to be like every other year getting these to where we were, but
Yeah.
Well, we have,
we started.
No, I 100%, I, completely grateful.
We're so fortunate to have our own bus system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are school districts right now
They-
that are just fighting to get back to that. And once you sell off your buses and get rid of your
You're-
drivers,
yeah.
it is tough, and the quality of service, despite our challenges, but
Yeah.
we get so much better quality by having Nina and her team. I just hear from other athletic directors and principals that they don't know who's going to be with their kids. They don't know the people that are driving their kids. They have athletic events and they find out that day they don't have a driver. Like the quality of service Nina gives us and her team is just extraordinary. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Oh, you buzzing around.
No, right.
I think there's a lot of line items that hopefully we can readdress come the next budget
Next
cycle.
budget cycle, yeah, it will. It may have to wait until the following one, but
As long as we have a plan.
yes, yeah, it's the plan that counts, right?
Eventually you have to act on the plan.
Yeah, well,
Without
yeah,
action.
but the action of the
Oh, that's
plan.
that. I know.
5.3 FEMA Douglas County flood monies. Okay, so you had, yes, you had questioned what was going on,
Yes.
if that's something. What I have learned Yeah. Yeah. I spoke with Angie and I also spoke to, I finally got a hold of somebody at FEMA. I did.
Fabulous.
I know. I spent, I think, 6 hours on hold on my cell phone. What? And I was working at the same time. But it does not include, it only includes infrastructure.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
researched it and
Yeah.
we're not eligible. I
No,
couldn't- I
we're
couldn't
not.
find where we were eligible. It's like the
Yeah.
city of Glendale would be eligible, but we're not part of their program.
No, no, the school is too.
Is it?
Yes, the school would be if we had damage to our buildings. But yes, yeah, no, the schools are, and also, 501Cs.
I saw the nonprofit.
Yeah, but no, schools are actually 501. Yeah, and that's where it falls under. But yeah, no,
But there's, I mean, there's really no recourse. We don't have the funds to.
I don't think they care.
yeah.
So I guess if it eats the baseball field up, then we could get some money. I mean,
Well,
If it would have ate the baseball.
well,
last year,
something I think that we'll have to do is look into different grants or things. We'll have to, we're gonna have to do some research. We're gonna have to figure out. And at some point, we are gonna have to do something with that because it's bad, and it's,
Oh, I
yeah.
mean, I hate to shade myself, but being a lifelong member of the community, that was 100-year flood last year.
Mhm.
50 at minimum. I mean, it was a strange, it was a strange occurrence. It doesn't happen now.
No, it
I mean, the last time was 1973 when it washed the county road out there
Mhm.
by the Gulf. I mean, so it's,
Mhm.
we may,
Maybe it won't be our problem.
yeah, may not be the next generation. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad.
Kick the can down the road. is what you're saying.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing is that, yeah, no.
I still think-
It's.
It's one of those
There
questions.
is, I mean, so I don't know if that would fall in Clint's lap, but there are things that you can do. You can plant willows in the bank and they'll just take off and grow. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something we
Mhm.
can, it will help mitigate losing.
More, yeah, yeah.
More erosion. But yeah, but more erosion by planting,
Right.
just go stick in the root and the
Yeah,
ground, they'll take off.
that's,
And you have
yeah,
root system,
exactly,
what you
yeah.
got.
Mhm.
When you throw a bunch of bags, quick clean off that.
Yeah. Did you have any?
On the record.
Well, I mean, I guess my question would be, have we looked into what the cost would be?
It's gonna be quite a bit.
Okay, so we have to do engineering because it's a creek.
Okay.
We have to do, engineers have to get involved and you have to follow DEQ also. It's
Fish
all
and game.
fish and game. DEQ, fish and game. You have to have engineering done. You have to, yeah, there's a ton that would have to happen. So it's gonna be,
It'd be considerable just getting that.
Yeah.
Prohibitive. I think
Yeah.
if somebody could figure out, I'll find a buddy at ODFW, because ODFW does stream restoration projects.
yes, they do.
That would be your average.
Coming up, I can use research.
Okay.
Okay. I was gonna say, I couldn't do.
She knows the people.
Associated.
Yes, sir.
They did Fortune Branch, they did Starve Out, they went up and put trees in the water and put boulders
Yeah.
in there. But if they knew, all that erosion's going downstream, they don't want the dirt and silt in the river.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna,
Do we need action on that? We need to vote no on that, or was that okay?
Table or?
oh, that actually, if it was something that we could have done, we
Okay.
would have done a vote, but
Okay. We don't-
because we don't
Can't
need
do
the
it.
action, yeah.
Okay.
And same
Same
with
with Nina's.
Nina's, yeah. It's easier to just have that action in and
Yes,
then
yeah.
in case we need it.
Continue.
And yeah, because I wasn't sure if we were gonna have to do some voting there or here, so. Okay. 5.4, set forward goals for 2025-26. Did you all take a look at these? It's the second to last page. Were you able? Okay. So these are the goals that we had for last year. And usually what we do is we go through these now and see if we want to change or keep or what we would like to do. Next month, September, yeah, in September, we're going to do the district goals, but we ask all of the staff we invite staff to come and to give their input for district goals as well as we're doing it. So that's why we do it separately. And it usually, on most districts, it is, you do student achievement, financial, communication, facilities, board operation, and then our vision long-term goal. I'm going to say that on our student achievement, I believe that the research-based information and decision-making can always stay there myself. And I think that it's being done at this time also. And I think the staff our admin has been doing a good job with doing that. Share student progress and assessment results with the community. That's something that we still need to get done. That's something
We did a little bit better last year.
Yes, we did.
I think we can do better.
Yes, and we were, right before Bridget had the issues that's going on, she and I had just started getting a thing together to put this all out to the community as well.
All right.
And yeah, because it was decided that she and I would be the ones doing it last go round. Anyway, it didn't happen. So we will get that, I'm going to say. But I suggest we keep that on there. C, attract and retain quality staff.
That's like a forever thing.
Yes, yeah. Board will do yearly staff barbecue. Student and teacher apprenticeship program. Remain competitive with compensation as well as we can. Provide staff with support and professional development. Utilize a goal-oriented approach for middle school and high school students by requiring them to take a career aptitude test and research their career path, which we have been doing.
Mhm.
So, I'm sorry, can't hear you.
That's a graduation requirement anyways.
Well, yeah.
And I'll say on the attract and retain quality staff, I guess we'll see if we retain them.
Yeah.
There we go.
But
If they turn out.
we've done a pretty good job attracting them
Yeah.
this year.
I was gonna say,
which-
we are, yeah.
I don't know, at the elementary school, all of my core teachers are fully licensed and not first year. They've all at least had a year of experience and have a teaching license. And I don't know the last time that happened, but that's a win.
That's
That's
a,
a win.
that's a win-win.
It's just an ongoing issue for.
Stop bragging, Devin.
No. You can be there year 2, Gretchen.
Easy.
Update board quarterly on assessment progress and results. Which we have been getting. Something that we as a board do need to do is maybe quarterly actually pull these out and look at them and
Yeah, we're doing. Great.
go over them. So does anybody think anything else to add to the achievement or take off or ideas?
I think it's pretty good.
I like what we got.
We looked through it pretty well last year and,
Yeah, we did. Do financial plan and strategize for fiscal responsibility. Focus on sustainability and operational efficiency.
I think those need to be focused on this year pretty hard.
Yes, it does. Huge. A big one. We're gonna have to really watch this closely. provide greatest value with available resources to effectively attract, educate, and retain students and staff. Ensure that the finance committee meets quarterly. We had an issue not last year, but I think the year before or something that they weren't getting met.
That's
So
been before me, because we met pretty
Yeah.
regular when I was on it.
when you were on it, yeah, yeah. Anybody have suggestions, take off, put on
I think-
questions?
To me, A and B is gonna sum up our year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. No, definitely. Communication and community engagement, make information easily accessible. I gotta say that, more and more people are saying wow for our website. Kudos to you, girl. I put a QR code out there for it as well, so that people can just scan the QR code and it's going straight to our website. And people, a lot has been done there, I think. So bond project updates on Facebook and on the school website.
You can probably take that one off.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that one can come down. We're done with the bond.
Until the next time.
Yeah. Commitment to improving, streamlining, and maintaining the website and Facebook. And I think that's being done. There's more people that are, thank you to the people that are doing the Glendale School District 77 and getting all that stuff out there. It's nice. List the board and district achievements and highlight on the website. And that's something that I think is there, but I personally, I think we could do a little bit more commitment on that a little.
I think that could go with your above goal of
Of-
really pushing pushing out the data.
Data,
We could
yeah.
have a little thing on the website,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
celebrate those things.
Yeah. Create policy on how to distribute information to the community and streamline our information process. That one we haven't really done yet. You create a policy.
Definitely. Yeah. So the more you have
Mm-hmm.
a program in place, to me, that's always going to be the issue, right? We want to get
Yes,
our community engaged.
yes,
If you have a program in place on how you engage the community in that thing.
yeah.
And it's continuity of staff, like the year before, we didn't lose many teachers, but we lost a whole bunch of behind the scenes type people, right? But I think even since I've gotten here to seeing okay, well now different people know how to use the reader board or the Iris alert or the Facebook and
Yeah.
we've gotten better, but there's work to do for sure. And then how do you hit the people who don't live on Facebook or on web?
Exactly.
It's got to be multifaceted.
Yes, it does,
you know,
yeah.
and,
Yep.
Communication is that thing we can always improve upon,
Yeah.
regardless of
And
how
that-
good we get at it.
That's something that I may ask the city manager does quarterly a report to both the Courier and the News Review.
Which is now one day a week.
Okay, but anyway, okay.
We can get it in there.
She does a quarterly report to them and it gets published and it's usually it's a good sized thing. And she says everything that's going on within the community for her part of it. And I'm going, maybe we as a board need to come up with something to do that and get a hold of. And, I've got the contact, so I'll maybe get.
How many people
Put
get
it like a news article.
That's what I can't
Well,
say.
they
I
get
mean,
them online.
but I mean, Facebook is becoming obsolete.
I
for
think,
some
I'm telling you, I
people
said
nowadays,
it. for
right?
Yes, it is.
I've said
So
I think you need Brian in a TikTok video.
100% not me, but you got
Yeah,
I've said
Well-
3 years in a row.
viable marketing is staying trending, right?
The
How
city
do you
water.
stay up to date on what
The city water bill.
yeah, the city water bill, we
That's what I'm
put
talking
stuff on that too.
Already
And
put
that-
stuff in it.
Yes,
Was
yeah.
there any anybody hear any feedback from that? Positive, negative?
What do you mean, for what?
Did people read it?
City water bill.
Yeah, on the water.
Oh, anybody that gets,
Everybody reads it.
everybody reads that.
Yeah.
Everybody reads it. Anybody that gets a city water bill, they read the back of that. And I don't know, I personally don't know anybody that does.
No, they just live avenue.
What if you don't live in the
Well,
city?
exactly.
And that's where you have to hit people 10 ways, right?
Right.
Yeah, 100%. It's very,
I mean, we're trying through email, we sent out welcome back letters to all the parents, I mean.
It's
Right.
one of those things, and then what if you don't have a grandkid or a kid that go to the school, and
Right,
so
yeah.
it's always the problem, and I feel like,
No matter what you do,
Yeah.
it's not enough.
Yeah.
And it's- yeah.
Phone book people.
See if the mail people will put one in every single mailbox down Azalea Glen and Wendy Creek.
Well, this gets,
Well, it costs to do.
Yeah, I know.
what if you partner with the phone book people and they pass out the phone book
Who?
every year?
Yeah.
Open up a phone book.
You end up finding it, you find it in your driveway every year.
Every year.
In your
I'm
mailbox.
doing those at my house.
Oh, they still do them here.
No, they
Blew me
still
away.
do them here.
Every year you get a phone book.
Maybe
No.
that's because cell phone reception.
They'll check that out.
I do.
I do too. The kid's like, what's a phone
I
book?
do.
And then they start looking up names to see who they can find.
It's
it's
funny.
still in there.
Yeah.
Hey, you get all the business.
Um,
But you know, it truly is, I mean, proper communication, it just,
Yeah.
every which way to Sunday, it's the only, a shotgun approach.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And I-
Facebook, Courier, you name it.
I wholeheartedly agree. I think, like you said, we need to get on that one and to have it
Check
in
and
place.
balance of
Yeah.
how we
Mhm.
communicate, and make sure that
Well,
we're
and
doing it.
having these electronic resources in front of both schools too. I
Yeah.
look every time I go by. I would
I
see.
do.
100%.
Yeah.
I think that's the single biggest thing.
I mean,
we have going
it'd be
for
the
us,
thing
is
like
the
that
reader
when
board.
Put the letters up there and it was always there, but now you've got, 4 or 5 different things.
Maybe we get a picture of Ron up there, really to catch their attention.
We can, okay, so what, we need to look at that. And I don't know how if Instagram is more popular now or getting less popular, but the 77 gets pushed out to Instagram. Everything that you post there, it goes to the Instagram.
well, and then that,
So,
Liz has also set it up, so like anything that goes on that Facebook automatically goes on our website. So
Right.
it does, we have streamlined a little bit where like it's less labor intensive, you're not
Right.
going to 20 forms to.
In doing everything,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just getting it out there and it's not just at the school, it's everywhere in this. Everybody that has an organization trying to get information out there has issues.
Oh.
Everybody will say, why didn't you advertise? And, well, we did. And yeah, so. Okay, so besides taking off anything else that you would like to add or subtract? Okay, 4, commitment to our facilities. Improve and maintain current facilities. And underneath that, annual beautification day. I don't think we did that last year.
We haven't done it in a year.
Yeah. So we. will
Service
get-
projects like we're talking about on.
Caroline's always wanted to have everybody show up and do like they do cemetery cleanup, but a school beautification.
That wasn't me.
So,
That wasn't you?
That was not,
I
me.
thought that was
One
you.
thing-
No, that was
One
not
thing-
me.
Sorry. There was somebody that wanted to do that.
So a couple of things we have in the works. Last year before Gretchen came on, I was working with the city to work collaboratively in the spring on an Earth Day project. We could have kids here and in the city doing projects. And then Gretchen had the idea of bringing it back to do a homecoming kind of day of service. So if we got 2 of those, we get 2 of those on the calendar and engage students in doing some of that service too.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Cemetery, there'd be like new highway,
mhm.
around campus. One thing I think that needs spruced back up is like Rob Hinsong's Memorial Garden, getting some new flowers and dirt to kind of spruce that up. Around the ground, just stuff like that. But do it by like class, what?
And my sister's
Yeah.
memorial.
Yeah.
Where's that?
And,
Out
It's
here.
right out.
You better go find it.
when we had at one point, one of the classes a while back ago, they did their senior project and they went out to the city and they painted the curbs and they did a whole bunch of stuff in town. And what was pretty awesome about that was whenever any of those kids saw somebody messing with the stuff,
Yes.
they,
Some
they,
accountability.
yeah,
Well, they-
it was like, do you know how hard we worked to do that?
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah. It's,
Well, and I've talked to a couple people. Clint had to do the gym floor twice. It's already got kind of marked up. My goal is to because I've heard from certain coaches how, well, what are you gonna do? The court's all nice. I've talked to a couple people trying to get some like of the tarps that can go that are easy to move, roll up or whatever. They had them at Grants Pass, like anytime they would have a band concert or whatever, dance competition, they were nice, like
Assembled.
pretty heavy duty. And they would just come across. I'm just worried about the playing surface, like the playing court. And so I'm gonna follow through before the week's over with my contact over there, because they said they think they might have a couple old ones they would be willing to give us for our gym. If that doesn't work, then I'm gonna try to see, just start wheeling and dealing with some businesses to see who could give us the best quote and then go from there.
Yeah.
So we're slowly trying to do.
Yeah.
Things
I
like that.
Your idea on that, because that's always been a pet peeve of mine. We would spend money to replace the gym floor and then we sand it off with 32. You know, it's just.
Go up to the track,
Money.
come back on.
But
Yeah, I know,
there's the issue with physical education where kids can't afford a second pair of shoes.
right.
That's,
And,
but we
you know,
have, I was told specifically that we have funds in the Patrick Owens Memorial to go. So
That's what I thought.
I've already my grandma talked to me
Yeah.
about that. And
Okay.
then I already talked to our, two teachers that will be teaching PE at the high school and for the middle school, and said the first week, your job is to figure out, like, I'm not going to call out kids in front of everybody, but we're going to figure out who has shoes and who doesn't have shoes. And then we're not going to get them Walmart brand, but we're not going to get them
Yeah.
Air Jordan, you know? Something that can be sustainable, but then, then we can't hold kids accountable. If they don't wear their shoes, they can't participate that.
And also, they're also putting down a damp towel so that they can clean their shoes before they go on the floor.
And we've also had a local business buy some basketball shoes and cleats and stuff for kids. And so we're taking care of kids in that way. So we'll continue to do
Yeah.
it.
I like to hear.
okay, bond seismic projects, continue to monitor. So we are actually done with that.
Oh, we should leave the facility.
Yes, yeah.
So that can be B.
Continue to monitor projects to ensure completion. So just take that one off and facilities committee will meet.
That could become B.
Yep. Yeah. So double I is B. Anything else that you would like to see added to that? Or,
I think improve and maintain current facilities is pretty broad and it keeps us going on that one.
yeah. Board operations, understand and review board policies and procedures. We are doing that. And we need to just continue. Follow board roles and responsibilities. Ensure all goals align with the SIP district and board. And which we are doing. Maintain a close working relationship with our superintendent. Respond to emergent issues which pertain to district policy. Anybody want to subtract, add?
No, that's good.
Vision, long-term goals. Board to discuss 3-year,
So we've pretty much discussed that we've brought back everything we
we
can.
can, right. So I'm thinking we need to go ahead. We need to, what is our vision? What is our long-term goal for this place? And what is it that we are going to be able to do to make that happen?
Define long-term. Next couple of years.
3, 5, 10.
I would say 5 years. 5-year plan? Huh? Yeah, a 10-year plan?
No, Deb and I just keep talking about a 5-year plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a 5-year, and it's a 5-year. plan.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, for me personally, after the last couple of years of budgeting, that we need to bring back fiscal responsibility, like, make sure that we're operating within our budget and saving for the future and things like that.
Okay, isn't that in financial though?
Yeah, but it's a long-term goal, yes.
Okay. Okay, okay, yeah, so,
Leave it up there, not put it up if you want.
well, A, finances.
We had nothing, so
Yeah,
we just
finances.
deleted it.
So A, finances, bring back, or finances accountability.
I don't know. So take
Yeah,
this or
go
leave
ahead.
it. So, my opinion is worth what you paid for it, I guess. We, in my past district, we were a charter district a lot like this.
Mhm.
And we filled a bus in Reedsport and we filled a bus in Cottage Grove, Drain, Yoncalla, Sutherland. And I think I would love long-term to see, North Grants Pass pickup. And you got 30 families that want small school education for their kids, where we focus on learning and agriculture and athletics and career and reading, writing, math, and not the other stuff, right? Like,
Mhm.
I see attracting more students to our district if we use that ability to bust outside of your district as a charter school to our advantage, if that's something that we wanted to do. I think you do run into some things when you open it up to people outside of your community. But I think that there are people at a time when parents look at all of their education options. Do we want to homeschool? Do we want to go online? Do I want to send my kid to a 6A school? I think that there's a lot of families who, if they knew about the work that we do here, would be interested in coming.
100%.
So attracting more students outside of the community to our school.
And within the community.
And yeah,
Yeah, attracting more students inside and outside.
One benefit of being a small school
outside.
district is because it's just like my son went to OIT instead of going to Oregon State, you're coming to engineer. Well, they're what, average of 16 students per professor. So you get a lot more hands-on, you know your student.
yeah. You're not in a 600 person lecture.
Just a big, like Roseburg, where they got, 5,000 kids in their high school.
I'm gonna put under that, come up with a plan to what the board can do to help facilitate that.
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, yeah,
Right,
it's gotta be
because
some
these
action
are our goals.
on it, right?
Right,
Yeah.
so I'll put under that, we'll put I,
You talk about the newspaper one, maybe after things, settle down later on in the school year,
Mhm.
we could, have a reporter come to the school and interview our new principal,
Yeah.
in grade school, and Bridget, and talk about, bringing back the FFA and,
Yeah.
what we're doing with our shop program, and, the fact that, it's a small school, it's positive because there's more hands-on,
Yeah.
your students.
And what,
this last year, we actually got more publicity on our school than we have in forever. And
The CNA,
Yeah.
the CNA
Right,
program.
CNA program.
I forgot about
well, you
yeah.
grab an excerpt from that, and
Yeah.
as we start to market, like, these are the things that are being said about
Right,
Glendale School
uh-huh,
District. And I'd say,
Yeah.
one thing that we maybe underutilize is that we pay for, is the ESD has marketing PR type
Yes, they
department.
do.
And they come and they did a piece on us last year,
Yeah.
and helping push out so that more people see
Yeah.
those types of articles.
Limitation to how much we utilize that?
I don't know exactly how.
Too many people talking.
Our ag science with Sydney, I think that could be a huge draw to bring in other kids. If that can get going, and the FFA chapter that he's starting this next week.
Yeah,
She's planning on.
they're going to districts next week, electing officers and headed to
Okay.
districts.
So, and, you know, that's something that, you know, this is the plan that we would have to come make. And I will make sure that we start getting it on our agenda and start discussing this of how we can do this.
To answer your question, Brian, I'll reach out to the ESD and see how they can help us. They have a lot of districts that they serve,
Yeah.
but finding out how we can help, just because they have some people who are supposed to help us with some social media and things.
Yeah.
So it might be an
I mean, that
underutilized
could-
resource.
We help us in.
We need to check and see, do we pay for that one? We have
Right.
certain ones that we pay
Sure.
for.
I think it's just a
And-
general ESD service to all districts. I don't think we can monopolize their time.
Is that, do you know? Okay. Okay,
They came down and worked with us last year.
Okay.
So I think that they're not opposed to working with us. I think we
Okay.
just have to ask for things.
okay,
I saw they're hiring a person, so.
okay.
And the last thing I guess I'll say on that topic is count your blessings, because our ADM is saying stable or slightly going up at a time when like Roseburg High School is making tough decisions because they're down hundreds of students, and other small districts are too. So
I think we could utilize Liz as well,
always.
with a lot of this.
Liz, you just got more job.
Just another half.
Thank you.
Come up with a plan to make this happen. Okay. Anything else that anybody thinks should be added or anything on this? Okay. Do we want to, do any more discussion? Then I will entertain a motion.
Do we need to vote on it?
Yeah,
I move that we accept our board goals as discussed.
Second, you know. You're still into it. I did.
there's a first and second. Any other discussion?
Brian, yeah.
Wrong, yeah. Justin, yes.
Caroline, yeah. And I didn't have action on there. I should have.
Do we need to add that or we good?
Well, we're good at this point. Yeah. 5.5, high school handbook.
All right, so you guys all have one of these?
Yes.
Okay, so the first page in 3/4 is what is currently in the handbook. I'm trying to, well, I would like to update the staff, add our new staff. The big one that's in here, the two big ones, one we've already talked about with the personal electronic devices, but the dress code enforcement. So if you look at the dress code enforcement that we currently have versus the ones that I'm trying to, see if we can entertain adopting and updating, it's just way more, specific. Anymore, you know, this, the one line that kind of threw me for a loop was like, students should not be shamed or required to display their body in front of others in school. Shaming includes like kneeling or bending over, measuring straps or skirt length. It's like, well, then what are we doing? I'm not saying to shame them. I'm just saying, does that mean, could that be interpreted that a staff member cannot pull in a kid and ask them, you know, or tell them, hey, I think your skirt's too short or your straps are too thin? Like, I just feel like there's a lot of loopholes that a parent could come in and argue and potentially win a battle. You know, the biggest thing right now, it seems, is that really short shorts, the crop top, the tube top, the just butt cheeks, you name it. And so, you know, kind of talk to my staff and they're like, well, are we even gonna enforce the dress code? And I'm like, yeah, like it needs to happen. The other line that I like in it is, it says that, you know, DHS administration in the last part of the last paragraph, DHS administration will make the final determination of whether or not clothing is appropriate. So that kind of is the final hammer to say like, hey, I can make, it's kind of my discretion, right?
Based on.
Yeah.
Where is?
It's a really long,
Okay.
3 page. So that's our
Oh, okay,
current
okay,
policy.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is the current one right here and page, okay.
and then your start, the,
And
The
it
update.
also,
Okay,
it
okay,
also explains like, you know, what happens on the first offense, what happens on the second offense, what happens on, you know, if it's
Okay.
if it's a chronic issue. You know, and I think it's good because it kind of mimics like how we're setting out the violations with the cell phone policy and just kind of setting. I just want things to be more cut and dry, and I feel like that this does that.
Okay.
From having a policy, to investing,
Mhm.
not that I was shocked, but I was seeing them all. Really loving that. At the
Standard.
first day of school.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everybody agrees on that pretty clear, right? That-
Yeah,
there-
100%.
And
Yeah.
The only thing that I would like to make sure is that, some of this isn't that you have to legally have because of different things. But I think what you have here,
So.
I don't see how it,
Can I
couldn't
be
be
honest
okay.
from where I took it from? In
Uh-huh,
fact, I
yeah.
took it from Grant Pass's handbook this morning. I was
Okay.
talking with one of my
Okay.
in there.
Okay, all right.
Got it.
Adopted it. I believe it was this month at their school
Okay.
board meeting. And, so I went and I read it because I started typing up my own. And one of our new teachers told me about it and he said he heard it was pretty good. And so I went and looked at it and I said, yep. Copy, paste
like
it,
it,
change
yeah.
UPHS to GHS. Changed a couple other things because we don't have a dean of students, we don't have assistant principals, so I changed some of the wording so that it fits us here, but I just don't, I know that, I mean, my staff has already questioned me, like, what are you gonna do about this? I don't want there to be any questions. I have no problem addressing it. I want, you know, a lot of times it's girls, and I know men have issues trying to address it, and I want, you know, them to know that they can come to me and it'll be handled right away. So, anyways, that was the big thing. The electronic devices, you guys have already seen that. I kind of, updated that a little bit more. I also took some because like Grants Pass had in accordance with the governor's executive order number 2509. So I kind of added that so it was a little bit more legal schmeagle. And then obviously, you know, see the, oh, and then on the very back, the very last thing, page 26, that was taken, so in the handbook, there's like a table and it has, you know, in alphabetical order, all of the disciplinary stuff or whatever, and then it says like first, second, and third. And so, that basically was just me,
updating the matrix
yeah,
Yeah.
updating the matrix.
Okay.
based on what you'll be doing. And I'd say where I have faith in Gretchen is in enforcement. I think where, to Susie's point, we end up on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's like a
Yeah.
pet peeve of mine is when we adopt policy that we have no intention of following,
Right.
because that's just, yeah, right?
Exactly.
And
Mhm.
so I think that this is beneficial to the learning environment as long as we have someone to that's going to read the policy and enforce it. And I think we have that in Gretchen.
And I'll be honest, like stuff with cell phones, stuff with the dress code, you know, just being a teacher for the last 11 years, these aren't policies that I wouldn't uphold in my own classroom. You know, I would expect kids to dress a certain way, and if they didn't want to, we would go have a chat or they would go get clothes. Cell phones, that was, you know, kind of a non-negotiable. And especially now with the law, reading the way it is, having kids get lockers again and just trying to take that headache away from our teachers as much as we can so that they have one less thing to worry about. And it's written in black and white what the expectation is, what the violations are, and then what happens if, those don't want to get involved. So just trying to be very black and white with what we're trying to do. Yeah, and just upholding expectations and standards because I feel like, that needs to happen.
It seemed very fair, Gretchen. It seemed like a very reasonable policy.
Yeah.
We're just asking kids to come ready to learn and let's wear something that we want to wear.
Kids do like boundaries, they do.
Yes, they do.
They do.
I like structure.
I read through it. I like the paragraph at the end of the
I like that too.
dress code
Code.
enforcement.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
create a positive learning environment.
Mhm.
Put a positive spin on the message.
Yeah.
Well, especially, we're trying to do our career class and some people came in from Hippo yesterday and they want to connect. And it's like one thing about kids learning, going through their career class and doing mock interviews and internships and stuff. It's like, they got to learn, we're at
That's
school, we're at school to learn and, learn skills for post-secondary. And part of that is dressing appropriately. So it's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Outside of these walls, what do you think?
Do you? But
Okay. Any other further discussion from the board?
No.
It looks wonderful.
Entertain a motion
I'd make a motion to adopt the new.
for changes? There's a motion. Is there a second?
I second it.
Any further discussion? Vote.
Gerald, yes. Brian, yes. Ron, yes.
Justin, yeah.
Caroline, yes. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Gretchen. My next request would be that we make these changes like tomorrow and then we get an Iris alert sent to all parents with a link that goes directly to it. Thank you. I know you don't, but then we can't say we didn't know by the first day of school.
They,
Let them know by the.
don't they sign a handbook the first day of school or?
They may have, yeah.
I already have, my PowerPoint, because we're gonna have an assembly, a morning assembly right when kids get to school.
Mhm.
And so I already have like the cell phone policy, which has already gone out to parents. That went out, what,
A week ago.
a week ago or 2 weeks ago? It went out fair.
Right.
And
And
then,
that's another reason why with our policy, we already sent that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's something that I'm going to say we need to do this.
That's fair.
and then, as far as dress code goes, I already have that in my slides to talk to the students about.
Yep.
And I was hoping that.
I was mostly just thinking parents, but you guys have
Yeah.
them sign that. When do they sign that last page, Gretchen? There's a last page that's like the code
Yeah.
of conduct.
I think so. I gotta go back and look at the document. I didn't see
That's
that.
fine, just as long as we work on that notification piece, just that way we're being thorough.
Yeah, at the end of
Well,
the day,
if we could give all kids, we can make that a first day advisory thing for all kids. Cause I've already scheduled out their advisory period, but we could make that a thing for the teachers
Yeah.
to go over that and give a copy to all kids to take home and.
And then bring it back.
Good point.
Yep, thank you, Gretchen. Just registered, yeah. But I think they got it at registration. Yeah, but that's a good point. We have a lot of new students, which is awesome.
Yeah. Good one.
Okay, old business. Review of board action list timeline.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. No, thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, okay. Oh, and it's not September that we do our district goals, it's October, sorry,
October.
October. Because we give them a month to be here, okay. Okay, anybody have any questions or anything to add or take off?
No, I mean, matter, because you're gonna bring up the board compensation one, and it's on there for whatever time, so that's fine.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll do. I'll get it on there next month and we'll have it, next month is a fairly light month, I think.
We're doing a board training next month.
Yeah.
We're talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Pardon.
that's, Okay.
Out of order.
Yeah. 6.2, community barbecue. We pretty much discussed that already. And we've got two of you are going to be doing the cooking, is that right?
Are you still on board with that?
Tomorrow night,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Miller coming too or not?
he will. Yeah, he can make
Who's
adjustments.
running,
No.
He can make adjustments on the fly.
who's running your 4-H booth?
That, I don't have anybody to take care of it this time.
Okay.
It's,
Let's
Well,
chat offline about that.
Okay, I thought,
okay. I know I texted you and I apologize, I haven't got back to you, but I didn't have anybody
Okay.
that I could get on it.
Maybe
Okay.
we sub it with our,
FFA.
yeah,
admin.
she's gonna be there
There
anyway.
you
She's
go.
gonna be there anyway. She can do her thing.
okay.
Okay, we'll chat.
Yeah, we,
I don't know who's going to be there with the youth
We'll talk to you.
association. Does anybody know?
I don't know if you talked to Ryan at all.
I talked to
No.
Ryan and he said that he was going to reach out. At first, he was going to ask, what's her name?
Christie?
Christy, but I said, she
She has to
can't.
work.
She's
Yeah,
working.
part of it.
I said, she's part of it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And,
now. We're-
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know who,
What about, what about Jackson burning on fire? I saw the truck at the gas station today.
Hey, text him and find out.
For him and Amy.
I'll ask Ryan also, well.
I asked Ryan tomorrow. I just asked him in the morning and see if he can come up with somebody for you.
Okay, yeah, that would be good.
I thought they said there was a reason they couldn't go tomorrow night, because I asked them if they were gonna
No,
go.
Ryan can't go.
You need me tomorrow? Help out?
He's got
No.
commitment Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
No, I know that.
My deal that I got started, so you can
Yeah.
ask me.
Yeah.
Ask Jeff.
He said, no, they're.
You want to show up to help you? That's.
Right,
Yeah, okay, but,
That'd be
yeah,
Well,
but we do
we-
have, the CCVCA is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Did the college,
Umpqua Community College is gonna be there with some resources.
You were there today.
huh?
With, yeah,
Yeah,
Missy's
He'll
coming
be
down
there.
and she's, for multiple things. She's,
Okay.
she's really helpful.
Good, okay. And then, yeah, I guess, I don't know if, maybe somebody, I don't know, didn't even think about the Grange.
There's 4 tables that were asked to be set up, so there's 4 different.
When we just listed the 4, but.
Right.
Oh, you did?
If you have 4
Okay.
ready, we'll be ready to go.
We may just have 2,
Who knows?
but next year we'll have more.
And at
Pro
least-
wrestling.
Our intention is not, yeah, not
For the
cool.
Mac
That'd be
Club.
cool.
Or
Yeah.
even it would be cool to do possibly another like end of the year one in the spring and even get.
But this isn't the first time we'll do it and it's not the only community event we'll do this year.
If we could get another grant,
What's a
that's,
3-year grant?
this is, yeah,
No, but
Yeah.
I'm saying we
This is
could do
3
it
years.
another one of these though in the spring, because
right.
Yeah.
If we can get another
If
grant.
you do it biannual.
They're using the Ford grant and it's a 3-year grant.
Oh, a 3, okay,
That's it.
but is it once a year or?
Once
Once
a
a
year.
year, $75,000. So we'll
Okay,
talk about
okay,
what we're using.
right, gotcha, okay, okay.
It was 2.
You had, okay,
This would be a heck of a barbecue.
one at a time.
You got it, Susie. You'd have 2 if you want. Thanks, Susie.
She's the new.
It's awesome, okay.
What I'm gonna be doing.
Thank you.
it was either they hired her or we burned down their building. Just kidding.
Who gave her a microphone? Yeah.
It's fire.
They had to keep Susie in our building some way somehow. We still need her. Is this recorded?
Yes, it is, and it's, yeah.
Hey, you're fine. You're fine. I'll
I
take
know,
that.
yeah, all the links that work there and I love
For legal purposes, that was a joke.
Yeah, probably. There you go. No, you know, I thought all you had to say was I'll do respect.
Okay.
Yeah, well, just 'cause you stay with.
Okay.
respect.
Oh, and where, the tables are in
In the front
the,
foyer, or in the front-
where are they setting up?
We were gonna set up in the hallway, you know, right as you walk in between there and the cafeteria, because that's where most people are gonna flow. So
Okay.
between the office and the cafeteria, we'll set up tables
Okay,
in the
all
hall
right,
there.
okay,
We can kind of spread out, but that everyone K-12 is invited for a meal, so I think that's where you'll catch the most traffic.
okay. Okay, 6.3, board retreat training session. Okay, so we were set to do this next month. And, okay,
Yeah, I got a spur, last minute sick for a business meeting that I can't miss with my new vice president.
okay,
I tried, but, he's a month in and he's a pretty hard charger and it definitely is not, conducive of me keeping employment to say I can't make it.
okay. So I got mine.
You got your what?
I got my certificate for our mandatory training that you have to do.
I did mine last year.
And it's you,
The one we do online?
I sat through like a 2-hour class on my
Okay.
phone.
yeah,
And
All right.
it was like really
phone?
vague.
Yeah.
It was a video deal and you had to sign up. And it was a really vague thing on how to document it. So I screenshot it on my phone.
oh, okay,
Cause it said you can screenshot it, you can email it to yourself. You know, it was like, to me, I thought it was really vague. I didn't know you could print a certificate because
Yeah.
that was the class you signed. You had to like
That was
sign
one
up
of those
for it.
mandatory, what I
Yeah.
did. I
Those
called
are
the
the-
guy said, "Oh, I can help you do that, like 20.
so what this is it's mandatory training from the state.
Yeah.
And you have to do it once within your
Term.
term.
Yeah.
So you both have 4 years,
But that-
or no, one of you has 2 years.
Regardless. I think one's the short timer.
No,
No one cares about.
which one has?
Well, it's on that, and then
Yeah.
it's updated now.
Yeah,
It's 4 years.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
staggered.
Yeah.
and no, it's,
Not
oh,
even
3 and
I have
2, that's
18
right, because we're
99
5,
days.
that's right, never mind.
You started earlier, you were. came
Yeah,
out February.
you and I are both, yeah,
We had 2 more years.
we've
left.
got 2 more, they've got the 4, okay.
But it's not one, two that has to do it.
But that
Regardless, whatever I need to fulfill, and I,
Right,
my
which is
apologies,
fine.
it's one of
That's-
those.
Well, that doesn't have anything to do with what we're.
Okay.
We're just talking about.
All right, so we are going to need to change this, and I am going to ask at this point, can we do a Saturday?
So that I'm not the issue, I mean, I know it ain't popular probably with everybody else. I don't want to be the issue again with us for the moment. I would entertain it Saturday, because I know that's a way easier. I know it's not gonna be the popular. but-
Justin Dolan has the issue with work.
You know, he's with me too.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm a sales, that's right, you work
I work
Saturday.
Saturday,
too.
and that's like the most
right.
important day of the
Okay.
week.
wrong, what about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think I could do Saturday.
It's,
What is the tree, what is it? Okay,
This is-
so
Go, you go ahead.
we have a brand new board, basically.
We're gonna do a work session.
And we're gonna learn, we're gonna go over what a school board does, what our job really is, and what we can do.
Stay in our lane.
Stay in our lane and got it, all of that.
do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
It was also gonna finish up our policy manual that we've been going over for 1.5 years.
Yeah,
It was gonna be the last hoorah on that.
which we have got to get done. It's got to, so, we need to come up with a date, folks. And,
I don't know, and I mean, obviously,
Carolyn,
like I
my
said, I'll
count-
throw out my,
My calendar's open.
okay, okay, that's fine.
especially in a sooner than later sense.
You're probably the hang up.
I will, I'm.
You already said September,
Yeah.
the rest of September was out, basically, for
Not
every,
me.
not for somebody. It was
I was after September was out.
after. September.
After.
October,
You'll be
November.
on, yeah.
What's the junior high football
I
game?
have it in front of me.
That's the only thing that's gonna foul me up for September, the 9th.
So, yeah, I think it's Tuesday. So the Jamboree's on the 9th. And then it's the 16th, the 23rd, the 3rd. So it's, I think those
So
are
it's on
Tuesdays.
Thursday.
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, right?
October?
September.
September.
Oh.
Yeah, we're in September. Take October out of your phone.
So,
October is moved.
all of those, yeah, junior high is on Tuesday.
So I would probably be good for, I'm gonna say, any day of the week minus Tuesdays, if possible.
That's your Monday, right?
No, Tuesday's my Monday, but Tuesday,
Yeah.
I'm helping coach junior high football.
Oh, that's a big.
Yours?
the Wednesday preferably if possible.
Is Brian home at all in September?
The week of the 8th through the 12th. is
What about the
only week I'm home.
24th? Wednesday, the 24th.
Sound good? I'm good. Yes, I don't know.
Was the 8th through the 24th not an option for you?
8th through the 12th.
Or 8th through the 12th, was that week gone for you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. you have
I've
something
got,
like that, right?
I've got UCC board meeting. I've got
That's fine. I was
two
just asking.
grandkids. Yeah, I've got, no, So,
And the 24th for me, I'm in New Mexico. So
okay.
golf tournament.
That you have to be at.
Mesilla Valley Transport. They're only like, yeah, it's a big one.
How about October 1st or October 22nd? Huh? I didn't.
Sorry, she was saying she'd go travel for me, go to the
Oh,
golf tournament.
okay.
I would really like to avoid October.
Okay, you guys figure it out. Let me know. And I'll cancel whatever I have.
I mean, my September, did you say Tuesdays work for you?
Tuesdays or Wednesdays?
It doesn't work.
I'll make it.
Oh, you got both, yeah, Tuesdays were your day.
Yeah,
And that goes into all of
I don't know
September,
when it-
right? Junior high football, it's gonna be at least all of
Through the
September.
month of September.
Yeah. In October, no. November?
November.
I mean, obviously, is November pushing it too far out? Do we need to, or is November fine? Because right
Another
now,
thing
it's
to
looking
take
like
into
November would be the month for everybody,
When
but
the
it's,
bridge would be back.
Caroline, is that pushing
We
it too
don't know.
far out?
and we can do it without Bridget. Is that,
We
Yeah.
can, I was wondering if we don't keep the third and just do a policy.
That would be an
Not do a
option.
training session, so we get our policies done.
that would be a good thing.
But that-
And you don't have to be
I was
here
gonna
for that.
say that
Yeah.
at least isn't, yeah.
Okay. So we can start at 3 PM still and just do our policy period and do it that way.
Should we bump that to like 4 or something so that he can be there and not have to deal with being at school?
3 times.
You?
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
You bump it further into the
Yeah.
evening, I got, so.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like-
Earlier the better.
Mhm.
The same day.
I work.
Same day, 3 o'clock. So we're not doing the board retreat, we're just doing policy.
We're doing policy
So
meeting.
3 to 5.
Well, we'll try to make
September
it
3rd.
3 to 5. We had it 3 to 8, but that was for everything.
Yeah, everything.
So, yeah.
2 hours should be enough.
Yeah. Mhm. So, yeah.
We've already got that in there.
Okay, so we'll do 3
Yes, that's
to
what- that's
whenever.
what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. That'll work there. And that was the biggest thing for me too. was-
In the policy.
Thank you.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
Caroline
I-
was getting,
I was getting upset.
me and Brian were not on her happy list.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought I was flexible.
Hmm.
Go ahead and be the brown nose over there, Ron.
And truly, I'm sure, I would say in a normal circumstance,
Go on.
a 2-month-old, new vice president, my life's a little different shaping up. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's,
No,
it will calm down again and be a little more flexible, but right now it's not.
yeah.
In a good way. It's good, but yeah, it's, definitely busy.
Okay. So we've got that, and that is now set in stone, and we are doing the policy. Okay, 6.4. I was supposed to get a listing of some people that retired.
Cool.
Your other hat.
That's the same hat.
That, yes.
That's the
Um,
same hat.
And I don't think, okay, yeah, so if I could still get those so that we can, yeah, and yeah, I'd like to get those out. And I would even go a couple years back, okay? Because I mean, we as a board have never celebrated our people that have retired.
That was gonna be one of my questions today, because I know that,
And
do we have any this year?
We did have a couple retire this past year that we had a
Yeah.
little party for, but Liz is gonna send that list.
yeah, and so
What? We don't have any. Okay,
okay.
yes, that was.
Yeah, so, yeah, and so what I'm doing is I'm getting something together from the board to these people because some of these people have spent years here and yeah.
Yeah, there's some plaques at the different buildings we haven't updated in some time too that we can look at and other districts I see do something for, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Yeah, and that would be great. We should look at that.
It doesn't count, roll a year.
Yeah, just, something every 5 years.
Here, somebody else is paying her.
Okay.
No, it don't matter. She.
The gold
Thank-
star.
Appreciate that. Okay, board committee dates. Do we have these set in stone now and we didn't vote on these, is that
So
correct?
no, here's what
Okay.
happened.
Yeah.
So Bridget sent out an email,
Mhm.
how long ago, I don't remember,
And said,
and made all the dates.
oh, okay,
Someone forward that to me.
maybe me too, but hold on, let me look and see.
It was right after last month's meeting possibly. What? Right, I read it, didn't I? Right here. It was, as we're all on it,
Okay, what's the,
7/22 is the date.
okay. Oh, July.
Email.
Yes. Oh, that's the first time I'm.
What's
Uh-huh.
the,
Yeah, you know. It's scary.
It says follow up, do not respond to all,
okay, follow up. Okay, and that's on July what?
22.
Follow up, okay.
There's no finance committee dates because what we're waiting on for those.
I just did that, what's any date?
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Forward that to me, Kurt.
Okay, so
Thank you.
we're gonna we need to get these added to this. So our facilities meeting, it looks like is 10/11 November. And then Monday,
That's a Monday, right?
yeah. Monday,
Is that a school day? That's November.
well, or is it 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. maybe?
It's 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Okay.
November 10th.
Okay, so Monday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on 11/10. And that's elementary walkthrough. And then 1/26 is high school. And then a tentative April 13th. Okay, and then bargaining, we are starting
February 6th.
2/10/2026.
It's for facilities.
Facility meeting.
November 10th.
November 10th and January 26th.
And that's from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And that's Ron and Justin.
Yep.
Why don't you put on these, the committee committee people on there? And, okay. And then the bargaining, we're doing 2/10, 6 p.m. And that's Gerald and I.
I don't remember who was on the plan.
The finance committee was you, Ryan,
Yeah, probably double duty.
Probably.
I thought you and me.
and Justin, yes. And
And we were waiting on,
I want, yeah.
So I don't know if they work or no, but please let me know. I've got October 1st. January 14th and April 8th.
And facility changed from 12 to 10 to.
What
11.
days, are those on Mondays too, or those?
October first is a Wednesday.
Wednesday. That's what they've been on, is on Wednesdays. Do those not work for you at all?
No, I just,
That one I'll be.
I mean, so Mondays I'm off work. And I'll take off work.
I
But
can make, by and large, Mondays, I can always,
you usually fly out,
Plan
Monday,
it.
don't you?
but I can plan accordingly and fly out Tuesday.
So if we
I
did
mean-
Mondays at 10.
Mondays would be way better for both of us. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, because even then, that'd still leave me available to catch a late flight Monday.
And then, would you want to double up your January ones and do them the same day? Do you come to the facilities committee meetings? You don't? I thought you did for some reason.
I mean, I can.
No, you did when we were doing the bond stuff, probably.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to do September 29th or
That's-
October 6th?
I had, September 29th, I know I'm free because I got a split planned already Wednesday through Saturday.
So
September 29th.
Yeah, as opposed to October.
I can
Okay.
probably do that one. January is probably pretty open.
we can do the 26th. We would just either have to do it at 9 or 11.
Well, does 11 work? Would it be an hour-long meeting? So why don't we do that? And then I'm going to facilities meetings at noon.
Your facilities meeting is at 10.
Oh, it says
Yeah.
12 on my paperwork.
Yeah, they're doing 10 to 11. Okay.
Either 9 or
Okay, so change the finance committees to 11 always,
Well,
or?
So let's do the 9 o'clock. Does that work for you, Ron? Or no, this is 9.
Yeah.
Does that work for you?
26th of January.
Do you want to do that for all the meetings so that you're not having to change the times every time?
I like that.
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
The earlier the better
Okay.
for me.
I mean, I have a child to drop off and then fly down here.
Is that
But I
okay?
can Get here by 9.
Or 9:15.
I can kick her out and get.
So we're doing this.
Open the door and roll her out.
So
Thank
September,
you for coming.
thank you. See ya. So September 29th, January 26th. Sure.
I know that's a long ways away, so we need to adjust that. So, okay, and then those are all gonna be at 9.
Facilities are 10. We just have 2 of those, right? Yes.
And then policy, we were gonna start up. And that was just gonna be me and Bridget at this point,
Okay,
correct? Yes.
there was
So,
something, yeah, that
yeah,
sounds right.
yeah.
Sure, I'll go with that.
So the policy,
You could probably take a little bit of a break after the 3rd.
not very much because they've already started sending updates on
Really?
all of them, yes. Yeah, daily they're getting them. And that's why it's so important to get this finished. Because, yeah.
How many more?
I mean, we're what? No, they're as the policies we've already approved, she said they're changing them.
Yeah, because new rules and regulations have come out and we have to get them up to date. Yeah, that's a plus. Yeah. So anyway,
Updates.
we'll get it. Bridget and I will come up with the dates on those. Okay.
Will you email those dates out to me,
Yeah.
please?
She's gonna put them on these.
I will make it fancy and then I will send it to you probably Friday.
And then I can put them in my calendar at home.
And then maybe even create meetings for everybody. and send
She
them out.
she usually does
Yeah,
that.
oh, yeah,
Screenshot the email.
yeah.
My wife's got a calendar that links to her phone and my phone, and if it's in that calendar, that she.
I will create those and send calendar.
Are you gonna alert
Kids,
Okay.
And mine is Brian.
both working, you got kids playing sports.
Yeah, I thought Porter was gonna take it, we're off, they don't, for football. Even if Jackson Parker don't play, yeah, even if Jackson Parker don't play.
I don't miss those films.
Thanks, bud. It's gonna roll into basketball. This rolls into baseball.
Okay.
We had softball, we had junior, high, we had high schools. When we had high school.
Okay, is there any Questions from the, do we have to vote on that?
Stipend.
Wouldn't think so.
What stipend?
That's Nick.
That
that's-
was in the consent agenda.
Says that. Been a long
Huh?
time. It says action next.
Yeah, but I don't know if we need to.
That,
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we do have to vote on this, yes.
Okay.
I will entertain a motion on our committee dates, board committee dates. Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Vote.
Brian, yes. Well, yeah.
Nothing yet.
Caroline, yes. Any questions from the audience?
You
Anybody online? You've got it. Liz.
got a question or you just?
2 point, yes, we did. That is all part of the consent agenda. The whole consent agenda was, we had action on and we voted yes.
That's true. I forgot already. So I wasn't the only one.
Yes.
Thanks, Liz.
Right.
You make me look better.
Yeah,
You approve the consent agenda.
that action is always there for the consent agenda. It's never discussion, it's always just action.
I was just trying to be thorough in case we missed it, but I forgot.
Yeah.
I forget stuff.
Thank you, Ron. Really
Yeah.
appreciate about you.
Okay. Adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Or any discussion? Vote.
Brian, yes.
Ron, yes.
Justin, yes.
Caroline, yes.
I think I made that motion.
Thank you, everybody.
I've got a policy date going with you.
Yes. Sitting there doing
That's that.